Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and you're back with Totally Tropical Transport Fever 2. Here's an area of the map you've not seen for a while. Well, you have, but kind of in a skirting fashion. And it's the approach to the Megacity 1, aka the capital, aka Megacity 1, aka this place. And today we're going to put something dramatic down it. I think you've possibly spotted what the dramatic thing is that we're putting down it already. But yes, we're going to be putting that down it. Yeah. Picking up the action in that way that we so often do, we're outside Arkham Airport, where we're watching from great distance the plane coming into land now that is carrying stone. Now, there's a glitch in the matrix as far as carrying stone by aircraft is concerned. And I'll show you exactly what that is in a moment. I just thought we'd sit back here and watch it come coasting in, the oddly shaped beast that it is. I am contemplating switching it back for a C-49, or if that's the right number at all, because there's something hinky in here. Here's the plane, right, yeah, and it's got 7 stone and no con mats on board. Well, that's understandable because there are no con mats being shipped from the other end of the line, but there is a lot of stone waiting. And so I don't understand why it's not running full. Here comes the next one. 7 stone, no con mats. Yeah, but you could have filled up. And then the one behind that, 7 stone, okay. You see the running story of the situation going on here. I'm pondering. The next one, yeah, same again. So I'm wondering whether there is an intentional or unintentional glitch with this particular plane that stops it filling both cargo types with the same thing. Could be. Don't know. But regardless of what the cause is, the upshot is that we're not making as much of these as we might. Now, he's minus 356k, drops off his half load, 641 in profit. Which means, potentially, that's a £1 million run if he fills up. And that would be nice. I mean, I'm not short of money. We're not doing it for the cash, but you might as well optimise your cash opportunity. And as a result, we're only taking 1 con mat back the other way, which is it's not helpful. Now, if we look at the Stone Air route overall, you'll see we've got quite a few planes on there now, but I'm changing it up. For as pretty and unusual as this lot are, they are not getting it done. So, what do we got? Oh, hold on. DC-4. Do you cargo? No, passengers only. Ah, it's a shame. So the C-49, 10 cargo, you see? Yeah, see? 10 cargo. Whereas what we're using right now is the Bristol Freighter, which is 14 in 2 compartments. See, 2 compartments. But it will make more money if I'll get some money back as well. I'll make £8 million, or the best part thereof, back again by switching to the Skytrain. Look at cargo again. What are my options? We haven't got many options. No, this one is not working at the moment. I mean, it would probably work if you were running a multi-cargo route. Yeah, we'll put the C-49 back on. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. And also, given the amount of stone we've got waiting, I'm going to buy a couple more as well. Give me another couple of these. When you say a couple, you mean 6. Okay, good. I like it. That's a bold and aggressive number, and chances are actually that will be enough to clog up this route because you end up with queuing at either end. Arguably, it would have been better for me to wait until the airport had cleared, but hey, it is what it is. In other good news. The port here has got 352 con mats waiting for a ship, which is nowhere to be seen. Nowhere. Flipping it. Where did I leave it? Where did I leave it? Is that it? That can't be it. No, it's not it. That's doing steel. It's been a couple of days since I looked at the save game, and I can't remember anything. Well, I mean, this is hardly unusual now, is it? Look, here we go. This looks promising. Right, so here we go. Back at the freight hub, which is now it's now got 2 sets of cargo types to play with, which is great because that means that we should run more trains fuller up, effectively. And here's another 130 coming in on Southern Stone. We've got 2 ships on there at the moment. I think we'll manage the vehicles. I think we will do this and then clone the vehicles. Right, that'll help. Right, we'll leave that going, and that's all good. Right, okay, there you go. That's job done on that one for now. As you can see, Megacity 1 has got construction materials waiting to be shipped out. The only downside is that we don't actually ship them to... no, wait, no, you click on the right thing, and then everything will work. Here we go. So we click on this. You'll see food delivery D12, which is District 12, obviously enough. And if we bring up that route... we're dropping off over there. Now, there's also demand in Alpha Complex, and there's a little bit of that within the catchment radius of the station. So we do grab some of it, but I should probably make a delivery just to the other bit as well to keep it ticking along. So if we look at demand here, we're out over in this bit. So I mean, this is pretty simple to set up, and that's the right button, and that's the right button. And then over here is also the right button. So let's do that. Right, good. That's simple enough. And then we just set up a quick route. New line. Yep. All right, thank you. Make sure it's road. I mean, it will be road anyway. Or it will recognize what it is I'm trying to do. But this way I can actually see what it is I'm getting up to. So that's a nice simple route going on there. This is going to be... MC, wait, con, mat, supply, no, delivery, okay, yeah, delivery, you know what I mean, it's not Megacity 1, what's it called, can't remember, it's called Alpha Complex, of course it is, you've now lost it, hang on, it's just scrolled up the whatnot, and this is, Megacity, no, Alpha Complex, Alco, no, what were we going with? Conmat. Come on, get your head in gear. Conmat. Delivery. Not that it really matters, but naming conventions are important. And that's that done. Just bang a vehicle on it. Hold on. Was that a tram depot? Yeah, it's a tram depot. That's no help to me. I want a road depot. That's not it. No, that's a station. What have I got? Not got a road depot around here. Oh no, there we go. It's down here. Right. So we'll take some of the latest and greatest wagons that we've got available, which I guess is going to be this Studebaker. And you will do Conmats. You take 16. We'll put 2 on that line. Bye. Yeah, good. And then fling you onto delivery. Just deliver. Conmat delivery. Conmat delivery. Thank you. Alco. Right, good. That will help a little bit. Now then, with this one, which is the food delivery, what are we running on there? Are they slightly? They are just a little bit old school, these ones. So we'll stick a replace on that as well. Now it's food and conmats these lot ship. So I would imagine. Do you do food? You do food. Oh, okay. We'll do with the low-sided Studebaker on there as well. Right. Let us press on, because time is of the essence in this series. We haven't got very far to go, and I've got a little bit of connecting up still to do. We have, let's go, Pleasantville, Sherma, Emerald City, Ambridge, Sunnydale. Arkham needs some more. Gotham and Metropolis, Los Santos, and I think there's an argument to be made for whichever one it is up here that I can't quite remember at the moment. It's not New Vegas. Neo Tokyo. None of these are, as yet, fully connected up to anything of significance. Now, we could do something with Neo Tokyo where we take a massive rail bridge across there, but I don't really want to. Again, we could also airport it. Yes. I mean, it's getting Conmat delivery, so strictly speaking, it is hooked up. But it's not, though, is it? I mean, if you're not doing passengers, you're not really hooked up at all. So, what are we going to do down here? Now, Waterdeep, Winchester and Fieldville and Hogsmeade do not have any kind of a rail network at all. Now, we're not going to be able to get trains from the primary depot out here, so a secondary depot will be required. I know, the one depot plan only lasts for as long as you can get everything onto the same continent. I'm just wondering if there's anything interesting we could do instead. Yeah, there really is. Okay, go on in, spill it. Well, what about a massive tunnel? I mean, you actually, arguably, you could justify a bridge if you island hopped your way there. Yeah, yeah, and end up in Ironforge. Yeah, okay, I see that. But what about a big tunnel? Now, I don't know if this is going to work. I don't see any reason it wouldn't, but equally, I don't see any reason that it would. So let's give it a try. We'll go from here, right, all the way over to there, right, and then let's see what we get here. A collision, yeah, never mind that. Right, bridge collision. Well, we don't really want a bridge. All right, okay, so not so much on that as the opening gambit. Let's try down scope on here. Let's take that down as low as it will. Well, we don't actually need to go as low as it will go. Try from there to there. There's a collision, but with what? It's going to be the sea that you're colliding with, I reckon. Now, if hang on, let me say that again. If the water were not quite were a little deeper, we'll probably have more. Oh, hold on. Okay, we had success as far as there. Still got success. Yeah, all right. Okay. Go all the way across. What do we got here? No. You're trying to go uphill. Don't go uphill. Stay down. No. All right. What if we? And other noises that are similar. Well. Okay then. All right. So now what? Well, firstly, ooh, yes, ooh is a good word. Is this underwater that we're seeing the tunnel here happen? I'm going to assume yes, but the tunnel finishes. Does that mean that it's going to gouge out? Well, I'll tell you what we could do. We could just waste 3 million and see what it does. There we go. We've wasted 3 million. Let's see what it does. Turn that off. Well, it's invisible. Good luck finding it again. It's easy enough to find it again. You just turn that on, you see, and you can find the thing. Now, is that where I want it? Obviously, in normal circumstances, you wouldn't build the tunnel just randomly. You would wait and find the best place to stick it. But I might see if I can make this work, because I'm an idiot. Right. So, what's the tunnel for? Oh, well, frankly, it was just to see if tunnelling would work. Well, you've demonstrated that. So we'd want a station in Waterdeep, one in Winchesterville, Hogsmeade, Shermer, Pleasantville, and Emerald City. We could do another watery tunnel to get across there. Maybe, yeah. We've also got we've got lumber going on here as well, and that can be processed. I don't think we're maxing out our lumber mill yet, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. What else could you do? Well, we could link this route up onto something tasteful on the main line. Yes. Where would you want to do that? Well, the Citadel is the obvious one, but I think City 17 has actually got one more platform available. Yes. This is what happens when you don't think ahead. I mean, I know that not thinking ahead is kind of my thing, but I do try and think ahead. Right, can you show me everything that comes in and out of here? Right. So what you're telling me is that everything is pretty much booked solid at the moment, unless I want to share a line or go further. Now, we don't want to share a line or go further, because in doing so, we'll be cannibalizing what already works. We could, and this is an interesting one, we could go out to Capital City, because we have, I think, at least one line available. No, you don't. We don't have any lines available. That's freight. What are these two then? These two are surely passenger lines, or designated passenger lines that don't do anything. No, they do stuff. You've just got to get over onto this red line here. Okay, from where did we enter the matrix? Over there, somewhere. Show me, because I can't accurately judge until I can see where we're working from here. It's over here. Look, right? Okay, there you go. So we could. There's the capital city. Well, we can easily make it to the red line, which I think is the one that runs out to the Citadel anyway. All right. Okay, we're going to do it. Yeah, we're doing this. All right, so here we go. All right, you come this way. All right, emerging triumphant from its aquatic seabed something. All right, yeah, right about there will do nicely. That's a gentle uphill, which is about as good as can be expected. I'm going to run single track just for the moment and see where that leads us. You've also probably bent that around just a little too far. Keep coming this way. All right, okay, good. Yeah, no, flatten her out. Flatten it out. There you go. Right. What are you going to do with this lot? Go straight over the top, Gov. No, not go straight over the top, Gov. Look, look at all these spare tracks. What are they for? Well, maybe they're for an adventure such as this one. Or maybe we are going to the Citadel after all. I think the Citadel as a station is pretty well packed. I liked the Mega City 1 plan. Yeah, but you're going to have to bridge over this or tunnel underneath it. Well, I mean, we've got tunneling experience. Yeah, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a good idea, though. This is slightly elevated. You've still got empty tracks there, though. I have still got empty tracks there. You're not wrong. Right. Okay. Well, I think we back up. Grab the backing up handle there. All right. Take it as far as here. I think we're going to go over this. Yeah, I know. We always end up going over it because I'm a sucker for a bridge or a cheeky tunnel. Right. Take you up 3. Is that enough? No. Okay. 4. Yes. All right. 4. Have we got the line about right? Ish. You're just a smidge too far over one side. That's okay. Well, what we'll do with that is we'll say that that's the double track, and there's the other side of that. We'll get this over on here. Now, because this is a nice long route, it does suggest that it'll be possible to run multiple trains down it. But what I've been finding so far is that actually you're better off not running so many trains and keep the number down a bit, and it works out better. Now, this tunnel, yeah, we head over here, and then we can split out whichever way we please. So it's definitely a merger opportunity is what we're looking for. And I would say probably just ahead of the tunnel mouth is the way to go. Right. All right, down please. Thank you. Yeah, that's quite an abrupt bit of cornering you've got there, especially since you're talking high-speed track for this. Yeah, it is a bit much. Right, grab from there. Go there. 120 will be fine. Yep, thank you. Right. And then do the other one as well. And we should be able to make something relatively effective out of that. Yep, it's going to need some signals, but it can need them in a moment. It doesn't need to need them right now. It can need them when we're at the deployment stage rather than the setup moment. Yeah, okay, well, I mean, we're more tracks crossing over one another. I mean, as much as this has been a very much kind of fluid design process that we've done in this series, I haven't half stuck a lot of track down, and I guess part of that is going to be due to the sheer quantity of money that I've had at my disposal since really early on. Compared to Transport Fever 1, you don't half end up with a lot of cash on this. And the reason for that, there's 2 reasons for it. Firstly, the running cost of vehicles never increases. That's a thing. Don't you tell me there's a collision. You're going to work. We cannot have this flipping tunnel single track. It's too long to be single track. Is it? Yes, it is. All right, well, hold on. Keep going. Where's it? Where's the problem? It's there. All right, well, what can you do about that? Well, we can try the other side. See, the other side works, in which case it's just a case of reshaping the exit. All right, okay, we can do that. Yeah, we just switch it around to work the other side. And then that one's all good. Right. Okay, do that now, otherwise you'll forget. Because you always forget. What was I talking about? It's so much easier to make money in this one than it is the last game. Thank you. Good. Right. Pick up the thread of that narrative now. Yes, because in the previous game, as your vehicles got older, they became more expensive to run. No, no. And you kind of go, oh, no, not more expensive to run. You go, yeah, indeed. More expensive to run. And that largely kept you honest as far as your earnings were concerned. Because, you couldn't really... Well, I mean, you could. You could afford to run, 100 trucks on one line. Wasn't really my thing, but I know many people made a lot of cash early on by running, a massive number of vehicles on profitable lines. Fine. Won't work on this one, though, because, you cap the industrial limit on these things really quite quickly, so it doesn't work quite as well. But at the same time, your running costs never increase. Yes, the emissions go up, which hampers the ability of towns to grow. Big whoop, they grow just fine. Look at this. Oh, it's the Citadel. It's huge. Right? Down there, there's even bigger stuff. So that's reason number one, is why it's easy to make money, is your running costs don't increase. And the second one, actually, is I would say, is an unintended consequence. And it's an unintended consequence of the time freeze system. If you lock the date in place, there's no impetus for you to upgrade to the latest and greatest thing that is available. So you can just stick with, whatever you started with, basically, until such a time as you feel the need to upgrade. And therefore, you're saving money. So there's nothing pushing you forwards to upgrade your vessels or your trucks or your trains or any of that kind of business. And as a result, money, easy peasy. Now, obviously, you can curate your own challenge and decide, right, I'm not going to freeze time, or I am going to replace vehicles as soon as they warn me they're getting old. That's fine. That's one way of doing it, most certainly. But basically, it is quite easy to make some cash. And if you want to make some cash, here's how you do it. Oil line. Set one up. Just set up an oil line. Make sure the train's running full both ways, every way possible, and you'll be fine. You will make a ton of cash, and then you'll be able to build whatever you like for the rest of the game. The end. Now, and there's other ways to make it more difficult, and with the upcoming next second dynamic series for this game, all those words, I am going to make it more difficult. I'm not entirely sure how that's going to work, but I've got a concept, and you will hear all about it fairly soon, I would imagine. Now then, we did another bridge, so I bring you up to speed on what I'm up to. We're going to run track round here, yeah, and then hook up with the station, probably about there, bit of bulldozing, but not a massive amount, and then bridge over to Pleasant View, where we will snake alongside the main road and come back out on this sandbar before heading to Waterdeep. I'm doing the whole thing as a circuit with Mega City 1 being inserted midway through. Now, there's an option there to do a local service. In fact, there's a sensible option to do a local service as well, but I don't think we need it. So let's see how we go. But it's an adventure, and we're all in it together, and blah blah blah. Right, this. Okay, all right, and then some track, and then around the corner. Now, this is going to have to be a slow corner. I know it's a minor disappointment to some of us, but it is in the acceleration deceleration portion of the town, and therefore it's not a big loss. Now, we won't get all the industries hooked up this. There is no chance, none even slightly. But that's okay. This is our opening gambit for what will probably be a few hundred Transport Fever 2s over the coming couple of years, I reckon. Because the game will continue to evolve, and we've yet to see what the first push from yonder development team is. So we haven't discovered yet what they're thinking in terms of patches, updates, improvements, that kind of jazz. All right, I'm having a second thought here. Okay, what's your second thought? Well, I'm going to try it before I buy it. We'll go from there, swing round, because I want to see if it's landscapally viable before I pay for it. 4 buildings are very remote. In fact, you can do it in one. Let's make it happen. There you go. Yeah, that's good. You will notice there is no station here. All right, maybe the sharp intake of breath isn't necessary, but I'm trying to build some drama. All right, you come around here as well. Please don't say you're colliding with anything. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, up to there. There you are. All right. And then hopefully I connected that first bit of bridge on the right side, which I did. Right. Good. No, wait. Wait. Good. Right. Okay, so new plan. It's not going to be one circuit by way of Megacity 1. It is instead going to be a circuit between Waterdeep, Winchesterton, Fieldville, Hogsmeade, and then out to Shermer, and then to Pleasantville, and then to Waterdeep, and we do a loop, right? But there is also the option to give Shermer a bit of a of grabbing the big long run straight out to Megacity 1. I have no idea if anybody's going to use it or not. I don't honestly care. I am going to need to add another platform. Okay, right, configure. I don't think I've left enough space. Let's have a look. Right, MISC. Tracks? No, no, no. Tracks. Yes. Here. So what we need is a terminating track, which it has fit. Okay, good. Right. 160 is probably right on the limit of how short that one can be. But that's going to be fine. And so then we will peel off a track there. I don't know if it'll get round. It will. All right, and then we'll slip that one. And that way we can run our loop through the other side without anybody, getting unduly upset. But we're then going to need to peel this off again from here. It's a slightly weird arrangement. No, it's the right arrangement. No, not from here. Peel it off the other side of the bridge. To hit the station for Hogsmeade, which is going to be there. Where? Well, look for the sign of the bulldozer. Ah, I see. Yeah, and obviously I'm going to have to shut down the bus route that we're running here at the moment. But I think the bus operating company has probably got wind of the fact that that's happening, so they shouldn't be too surprised. Ah, that's an interesting idea. We've got our airport, right? So where do you put the station? Now, there isn't a massive amount of build-up there, so we could just slam it straight through that. By which I mean, very, very carefully place it. We do need a bit more angle, but it does mean taking a junction off the bridge. Now, taking a junction off the bridge, as you are well aware, can end up with your bridge looking terrible. Let's see how terrible it looks. If we come from about there. Collision. Yeah. I just want to check speed first. Okay, yeah, well, look, there's speed, but you had collision. Do it again. All right, this time don't decrease height. No. All right, this one. Collision. Uh-oh. What about this one? Collision. Well, I've maybe left it a little bit late if we go from here. Let's have a look. Well, that's inelegant. It'll work, but it's not attractive now, is it? No, it's not. All right, we'll go for it works and then maybe consider later on tweaking it a bit. But, yeah, works is a place to start. I'm not even going to say it's a good place to start, which is something that I would normally say. But I'm not saying this time. No, we'll say that another time. All right, okay, fine. I think you're over-explaining that. There you go. Just give it a station connection for now. What's your coverage look like? Oh, pretty respectable. Okay, pretty respectable is fine. What are you going to do about this bus? Tell it to get knotted? It's the wrong answer, isn't it? Okay, all right, I won't tell it to get knotted. I'll tell it to make a level crossing. Oh, really? You're really embracing the ugly this time round. Yeah. It's fine. Look, this is a starting point, a work in progress, an issue that will be resolved by people later. Right then, so we next, if I'm going to stick to the plan here, we bulldoze this lot and stick the station in there, and then you get a nice kind of transport hub where most of the work has already been done. Now, I could give this more thought, but bizarrely enough, I'm not going to. So we'll just crack on, shall we? All right. We'll put that in there. It looks great. Look, good coverage with local transport. In fact, we'll do it the other way around. And we'll get it so it's talking to this, which has got great coverage of the town overall. And then we're going to need to customize the station. And we add another set of entrants. And then hopefully that will immediately tendril out. It has not. So maybe if we went with a tiny passenger building, no room. All right, well, we'll just do this then. There you go, right. And then we'll use a little bit of road in order to make that work. Okay, how little a bit of road? About this little. Literally as short as we can get away with. Right, that has got some quite excellent coverage. Now we're going to need to plumb in the bus route again in a moment, but for now we can crack on and track this through, and see where that leaves us. And it leaves us with that collision. Oh, you're colliding with the airport. Yeah, that's probably not such a great idea. There you go. Do that, and then come round and finish her off. Good, and then back the other way. Good. Yeah, excellent. Banging. All right. Right, what have we got done now? Okay, we've got Shermer to Megacity 1, Shermer to Hogsmeade, and then Hogsmeade out to Winchesterton Fieldville. All right, good. Waterdeep, what's your plan? Well, Waterdeep's going to be a turnaround to head out to Pleasantville. It's not going to work. What are we talking about? Look, I jump on the train going clockwise from Winchester and Fieldville. I want to go to Pleasantville. I go via Waterdeep and then out that way. You're basically doing double the distance. You're not going to make any money off that. Well, I don't have a fabulous number of choices here. Yes, you do. Okay, go on then. Speak. Well, instead of doing one route that is a circuit that goes around here, you do two routes. You kind of take a right-hand fork and a left-hand fork. Carry on. Shermer is your terminus. Nothing passes through Shermer. Everything is a terminator. Yeah, all right. Insert your own T1000 jokes there. But you could go Waterdeep, Pleasantville, Shermer, and back again. And then you can go Waterdeep, Winchestertonville, Hogsmeade, Shermer, and back again. Yeah, okay. No, that's got a far greater chance of being profitable. Yes, it has, and you still only use two routes effectively. All right, good. Loving your work. I thought you might. Right, we're just going to stick that straight on here for the moment. Now, obviously, that will probably need some kind of commuting service later on. Maybe rock it just a little bit further that way. Like that. Well, whether it's like that or not is largely irrelevant now, isn't it? Because you've done it. So, well done. And then we'll bang in a bit of street next door to it. In the usual, encourage the yokels to do something encourage the locals to do something usual. I dropped a yokel in there because that's frequently how I describe myself. Right, okay, now then, where do you come out this way? All right, okay. Yeah, do that. Good. And that probably means that we can work two trains on each of these two lines, and that will work out quite nicely. You go that way. Is that pointing right? More or less. Something like that. Okay. Right, we've achieved escape velocity from the station here. It's now just a question of hooking it all up further along the route. This is actually going relatively painlessly. I thought this might be tricky. But the big tunnel that started us off there has certainly set the tempo. And that's no bad thing. Right, let's... I don't necessarily want to put it in there because, well, it's another level crossing, isn't it? But by putting it in there, we at least keep this bus route a little shorter. Actually, isn't that just the bus route that covers the whole? I think it is. Yeah, this is the full island bus route. No, it's not. No, this is the Winchesterton Field whatnot. Oh, okay, in which case that's fine. This is the one that has connection to everything. Ah. And you know what else? Because those are all town centre routes, they might actually work out quite nicely. We might be able to leave that one in play. We'll see what happens when things start developing, but I'm certainly amenable to that. Now then, where are we going to go here? Well, you were talking about bulldozing a lot of this. Well, I talk about bulldozing a lot of things. And then swooping around to get into there, which would certainly work. Well, if it'll work, then we should do it. All right, okay, go on in. Open fire. Yeah, coming through. Yeah. No, I wasn't kidding. No, I definitely wasn't. There you go. That's made a bit of space for a station. I mean, you could say it's made a lot of space for a station, which it has. But it has made some space for a station, which it also has. Right, okay, so literally just stick this here. Like that. Again, we want to I'm going to modularize it now, rather than revisit it in a minute. MISC, yeah. Tracks, yeah. Here, right. And I tell you what, here, yeah, it's not tracks anyway. It's because it says tracks right above the top of the side entrance thing. You see, it's an easy mistake to make at that one. You know, that's my story. And I've told it really well. Right, okay. Now, if you come along here, I think we might need to do... Yeah, we do. All right, that's fine. That's okay. I can handle it. I can live with that. Give me this. Up the tempo a bit. Up the tempo a bit. There you go. Right, and then we'll just backfill a little. Right, we'll see that we've put in some kind of, you know, tidal capture defences to help coastal erosion, and as a result, we've got enough room to put a road in, which is as much as we need, really. Right, you stick that on there just for the heck of it. Right, now then, we don't actually need to do any bridge work here, because we're going to go across the spit of land, and I'm not going to reshape that. We're going to try and follow it as closely as possible so that we get a scenic, you know, this is a bit of a beach tour. Is it? It is a bit of a beach tour. It's flipping slow is what it is. Only for a little while, and then we take off and, you know, put the hammer down, and then we're away, going to Waterdeep on the speedy trains. Okay, have you any idea what sort of train you're running down here? I notice you've electrified all of this. You know you're not electrified as far as the depot. Yes, I'm aware of all of these things. There is an electric that I think would do a bang-up job on the capital city route. Maybe not so much on others. Now, the other thing that we can do with this, given that we've got a link to the capital city, is that we could quite easily, or at least we could, I'm going to reserve judgment as to whether it's easy or not, we could set up some kind of route that comes from one of the big three on the main line. So the big three in question, come on, test your memory. Beauclair, yes. Next is the Citadel, and the last one, I've got to get this right, City 17. Very good, well done. Wasn't that hard, given that you named them originally and you've spent quite a lot of time building stuff over them. Look, it's an accomplishment, and I'm going to take the plaudits where I may. Right, where's the station? It's over there. There's the station. It's maybe a bridge a bit longer. Not that much longer. A bit longer. What you should really be doing, yeah, all right, is trying to get a pillar on top of that little sand lump you've got there. Like that. Yes, because that's what an engineer would do. They'd go, well, you've got a natural underwater formation there, which is going to help us do things. So we did. Right, can you get through here? We're going over the road. We're going to bulldoze some whatnot. Yeah, you can do that. It's not even a fight. Right, okay, and that then leads us in there. Now, I'm double tracking just for depot connectivity purposes, but instead what we actually need to do is something like this. All right, make sure you do the opposite on the other one. So we're going to use platform 2 for the line that comes in this way. Platform 1 will come in this way, so we need a line that heads out like that. That's it. Good. Right, and then everything will just work out. A bit of signalling, obviously, is going to help us along, and then everything will be peachy keen. Right, off we trot. Oh, I didn't get any further than that yet. Yeah, but I mean, you're not talking about a massive amount of distance. Well, no, I'm talking about over there. Oh, that's come out quite nicely. Right, now, this is going to be quite an attractive route to drive. The Mega City 1, ride, I think, rather than drive. The Mega City 1 big route, it's not going to be that interesting to ride on, because you spend quite a lot of it in a tunnel. And then you come out, and you merge with the main line, and you end up in another tunnel. So there's precious little drama to be had on that, but this one, I think there's going to be slightly more than precious little when it comes to drama. Right, are we executing the right manoeuvres at Waterdeep? Yes, we are. Winchester Field's done. Internal commuting probably required, but we can worry about that in a moment. Now, it is obviously still possible to do circuits on here, but it is the Winchesterton to Pleasantview dilemma that means it's not a good idea. Two separate routes is a far superior way to go, unless I were to, I don't know, bend it like Beckham round a corner here to the station, and then run a supplemental route that takes that short. No, because then you're into all kinds of cannibalisation rubbish, so it's not a good idea. Right, here we go. So from Waterdeep to Pleasantview to Shermer to Pleasantview, and that's it. That's all that one does. And it's decided it wants to do it all on one side of the track. We're going to tell it that's not the case in a moment. Pleasantview. So you come out on 1. I want you coming. Hold on. You go out on 1. Yeah, come back on 2, please. Oh, what do you know? You've managed to figure it out. Well done, you. Although, what's going on here? No, that was just some kind of display issue. It's actually done it just fine. So this is going to be... Are we going to call this Waterdeep Island? Yeah, I think we probably are. Waterdeep, and this is the eastern route. So Waterdeep East would probably be a good name for it. Waterdeep East. No, that's just East. Waterdeep. Yes, East. Hey, you know what? This is 3 separate routes. That's nice. That gives me the opportunity to run 3 separate types of train. I might not do, but, you know, it gives the choice. So we have the option there, right down to Winchesterton, Hogsmeade, and Sherms, and Hogsmeade, and Winchester. Good. Right. Now, that one got with the program early on. You see, look, it's figured out the track solution there. It's not chosen the platform I would have gone for. But as long as everything chooses a platform that is appropriate at some point, then everything's good, because we've still got one more line to do. And that's only a 2-stopper. So this is Waterdeep West. Good. Right. Last line is going to be from here to a really long way away. It's going to be great. This is your TGV kind of a route, this one. It's got enough speed. Well, it's got enough distance to make it work. Now, that's a long time to be spent single-tracked there, but it's okay. Have you done something appropriate when you get down to Shermer? Well, I'll be blowed. Yeah, you have. Well, that's wonderful. Except you haven't. Oh, that's wonderful. What's going on there? Why are you single-tracking yourself? You should be double-tracking yourself. Maybe I've not got points anywhere that could actually sort that out. Let's have a look. What are you doing here? We're looking at the green line, just in case you haven't figured that out. Right. What does this do here? Surely I set this up to swing over onto the other side. Surely. Ah, no, I bet I didn't. But we can make that happen by we'll just stick a quick junction in there, and that will fix that up for now. I mean, it doesn't need a full-on massive piece of redevelopment here, because we're not using that other line at all, which is a bit of a shame. But there you go. That's good. Right, so this is going to be Waterdeep Capital. All right, smashing. Now then, what do we fancy on there? Waterdeep Capital can't have electric because the capital city is not electrified. The other two probably can. I don't know. How do they even get where they're going? All right, you're raising all the pertinent questions. So we'd have to come up this way. Yeah. And then you would need to peel off here, and then you're on the main line. Well, that was significantly easier than I suspected. All right, okay, here we go. Let's buy some train. Buy. Right then, what have you got for me? We've got these. Actually, Red Arrow might do the trick quite nicely. It's a bit boring as trains go. Sorry, Red Arrow fans, but you know it would do the job. Now we've got the BRE94. No, it's a freight job. Okay, what's something quick? Well, what about the GG1? You're a fan of the GG1. I am. This would be ideal, I know, to do the capital city run. To do the capital city... Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. Multi-units, because we've got something else available. It's only the Alco PAPB. Sold. Yes. Right. Passengers. Lots, please. Streamline new mechs. Only does 150. The train's capable of 188. Oh, why can't you give me the kind of coach I actually... Well, it's a heavyweight then, isn't it? I mean, you know, heavyweight by name. Yeah, but let's do it. It's got the range that it'll actually do this. So let's... 114? It's a lot. Yeah. We're going to buy 2, are we? I don't know what you mean. All right, okay. I think 2's optimistic. Don't care. All right, there we go. That's number 1. That's out of the way. The east and west routes, though, I think I might be tempted to do something. I don't know. What have we got? None of these electrics are actually floating your boat. Oh, we could go on the GG1. It's not. They're just no good though. The routes are too short for it to get its gumption going. I'm going to put one of these on. All right, and then we're going to bang New Mexico's on with that. All right, one more, 90. Yeah, I'm tempted to go 100. Well, it's 108. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so we're only going to run one train down the eastern side. It's a 3-job stop job. But the upshot is, there you go, you go on that one. Yeah, it hasn't complained about not being able to find a route, so I'm going to assume it did. And then, yeah, and the reason for that is there is one long run on in there, and just doing the 3-stop like that, the turnaround should be fairly quick with a reasonable number of passengers. And then we want to run to the other side, and we'll run the Red Arrow. Okay, then we'll multi-unit it, or will we? No, we won't. How many do they carry? 20? Yeah, okay, we're going to buy 5 of those. You're going to do what now? We're buying 5 of them. That's what I said. All right, okay. It's bold. It is bold. I don't think the demand's there. Neither do I. Oh, what do you know? I've deployed it. Right, okay, let's unleash the hounds. Hounds to be unleashed, please. All right, let's get in. This double signal is endlessly perplexing, but I rather enjoy it. Now, a couple of you have asked, why aren't you replacing older trains that you're currently running? Because we're pretty much at the end of the series. We're not going that much further with this one, but I'm leaving it set up in such a way that I can revisit it when I've become a wily old hound of a dog of an expert, and then we can tinker around with it much more. This is a good length train. I really hope enough people use it to make it worthwhile. Actually, it's a very good length train. Nice. Oh, okay. Well, okay, it could be longer. Yeah, and it isn't. I bought 2 of those. Oh, that's interesting. All right. That's maybe a little bit more than is wise, but that's okay. We're going to ignore the rest of the stuff coming out of there for the moment and go and get some signals put in, because you know otherwise we're gonna snarl things up for a while. Right. So give me a signal here. Yeah, and give me another one there. Okay, right. Now, on this route, we don't need the signals too close together because we are only running two trains on there. So they should never hit a point where they're, nose to tail or anything like that. But we're going to set up for it anyway. Right, now then, this is where you start to get into shared track. So we'll go one there, and one here. Now, I would put a release on that, but you've got the station, so that will release okay. Yes, it is a thing. Now, this is the west line here, so this is going to have 5 red arrows trotting up and down it. And while they'll space out reasonably well, we still want to make sure that we're not bunching up when the big full-on style service comes out of Mega City 1. Which is actually starting to resemble something a little bit more mega these days. And that's good. Now, do we want to put any more on here? No, I think we're probably okay. I think that'll probably be all right. Don't need any signals at all on the east-hand side because we're only running one train for now. Later on, yeah, all right, there's a reasonably good chance that we will need to put some signals on it. But right now, with only one train and it's double-tracked, signalling would be overkill. And I'm looking forward to seeing a little electric numbers flying underneath my airport approach. I think that will be rather nice. Yeah, keep it going. Yeah, I mean, this too is more signals than are required, but we're going to do the lot. Hold on, I foresee a problem. No, I don't. You don't? I had a moment there where I thought, oh, hold on, the east coast, the east side can't actually get onto its route, but it can because it can go through Sherma. So that's helpful too. Right, that is going to wrap us up for today. Now, normally I would do let's ride on the thing, but I think we're there for timing today. Here we go. Let's ride on the thing. It's just going to go through a tunnel. Yeah, but that means I could do the outro with one side flipped upside down, the other side running backwards, and the third side doing who knows what. I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for tuning in. Subscribe to make sure you keep up with the series. Next time around, we will watch these services in motion before pressing our way further forward to the southmost area of the map and seeing what sort of a mess we can make there. Yeah, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Cheerio. Well, there you go. That's a really nice route. There's no two ways about it. There is a really nice route. In fact, two, arguably many routes that are quite nice. The big tunnel, that came as a bit of a surprise that it was allowed, but I'm very thrilled that it is allowed because it means that everything is still viable. So I don't have too much still to hook up. Cooking, hooking, it's all much the same. But I've got a couple of episodes in which to do that. And I'm not entirely sure what my angle of attack is going to be. Maybe one more grand freight adventure is a way to go, or we could go back to what I suggested about 10 episodes ago, which is where I just try and run all the freight possible into one station. And that's before you get to the point where actually I've got some really old trains running on some of this stuff, so it might be worth. Well, maybe I'll leave them alone. That would give me a good reason to come back again later. Who knows? I certainly don't, and we'll just have to find out when I return next time.